Hi guys, my name is Vima and you are watching Tyrant's Legendary Guide for Halo 2. This week you're about to take on the hardest mission in the entire Halo series as you battle your way through the Covenant's holy city, High Charity, in the mission Gravemind. Wait, holy city, what religion are these guys?
Oh, for God's sake, Vima. Actually, wait a minute. That's a really good question.
What is that?
I am a monument to all your sins.
Relax. I'd rather not piss this thing off.
Demon. This one is machine and nerve, and has its mind concluded. This one is but flesh and faith, and is the more deluded.
Kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk.
There is much talk, and I have listened. Through rock and metal and time. Now I shall talk, and you shall listen.
Greetings! I am 2401 Penitent Tangent. I am the monitor of Installation 05.
And I am the Prophet of Regret, Counselor Most High, Hierarch of the Covenant.
A reclaimer? Here? At last! We have much to do. This facility must be activated if we are to control this outbreak.
Stay where you are. Nothing can be done until my sermon is complete.
Not true. This installation has a successful utilization record of 1.2 trillion simulated and 1 actual. It is ready to fire on demand.
Of all the objects our lords left behind, there are none so worthless as these oracles. They know nothing of the great journey!
And you know nothing about containment. You have demonstrated complete disregard for even the most basic protocols.
This one's containment. And this one's great journey are the same. Your prophets have promised you freedom from a doomed existence. But you will find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they wrought. Do not mistake their intent, or all will perish as they did before.
This thing is right. Halo is a weapon. Your prophets are making a big mistake.
Your ignorance already destroyed one of the sacred rings, demon. It shall not harm another.
If you will not hear the truth, then I will show it to you. There is still time to stop the key from turning, but first it must be found. You will search one likely spot, and you will search another. Fate had us meet as foes, but this ring will make us brothers.
We are, all of us, gravely concerned. The release of the parasite was unexpected, unfortunate, but there is no need to panic. In truth, this is a time to rejoice. A moment that all the Covenant should savor. For the sacred icon has been found. With it, our path is clear, our entry into the divine beyond guaranteed. The great journey is nigh, and nothing, not even the flood, can stop it.
Kill the demon!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Tyrant's Legendary Guide to Halo 2. Today we are doing the mission Gravemind, and right off the bat, they throw brutes right at you. You are armed with a needle, so pump those space monkeys with your evil needle. And that did not come out the right way. And he's running. So we're going to pick up our second needler, dual wield these things, and plow right through this guy. Now immediately pick up one of those plasma rifles that they dropped, brute plasma rifles to be exact. There will be 4 grunts that emerge. Take them out. Be a mix of majors, minors, and ultras. Ultras are noted for their silver. Pick up a second needler. Grab as many plasma grenades as you can, and now jump up into the balcony. Now you're probably wondering why I'm invisible. I'm going to get to that in a second. So jump up on this pillar, jump up in the balcony. This is one of the toughest battles in the series. There are going to be 6 waves of enemies, including the one that you just came across, composed of 2 brutes and 4 grunts. At some point you will be interrupted by 3 brutes that arrive from the platform and 2 brutes that arrive in the stands. The ones in the stands notably wield carbines. Now the advantage of this battle is that the next wave will not show up until the first one has been completely destroyed. Yeah. Take that. Now your next objective obviously is to get a carbine. Now it's going to be very different in terms of when the carbine brute will appear. Sometimes it's going to be the second wave, sometimes the third. Now check this out. As soon as the grunt's dead, the next wave... Whoa, and he's gone. Home run. Kick the baby. And here comes our next wave. So as I said, I'm using the invisibility glitch. Now, for those of you who are saying, oh my god, Tyrant, you cheap bastard, relax. I'm still working on another guide that does not exploit this glitch, but realistically, if you're trying to do this on Legendary, if you're watching this video because you have not beaten Gravemind on Legendary yet, and you're looking for an easy way to do it, this is by far the best way, and it's one of the few missions where literally right out of the bag, you get a checkpoint. So you can do this mission from start to finish using this glitch, unlike in most of the other missions. The only other one that I know of that does this is Delta Halo. So here we go. The brutes are finally introducing their eponymous grenade launcher, the brute shot. Triple kill with the brutes right there with the dual needles. I recommend leaving 1 grunt alive so you can go down and collect more ammo when you need it, whether you're using invisibility or not. And when you have 2 enemies left on this wave right here, as you can see, the 2 carbine brutes show up. Now sometimes, this is random, you'll have 1 on each side, sometimes you'll have 2 on one side, sometimes 2 on the other. It really does tend to vary a little bit. There's a lot of randomness in this mission. It does give it a lot of replay value, but it also makes it a lot more difficult. So now we're going to wait for this next wave to show up. So as I was saying, this is one of the few missions where you get the checkpoint literally right as the cutscene ends. So it's very easy just to go ahead and do your save and quit with the invisibility. If you're not sure how to do this, check out my Regret version 2 guide. It actually walks you through it step by step. But as I said, this is my primary guide for Gravemind just because the mission is so long and so random. But even with its difficulty, it is my favorite mission in the game, both lore-wise and gameplay-wise. But again, if you're watching this as a guide, not for entertainment value, which you should be watching this as a guide, hence the name, this is the way that I recommend doing it if you haven't beaten Gravemind on Legendary yet. But never fear, I'm still working on a more vanilla guide so that for those of you who do not want to exploit this glitch, you can still do it. but given that Halo 4 is only about 2 weeks away now, I would like to focus more attention on that. So now all waves are down. Collect as much ammo as you can for both needler, grenades, and carbine.
That prophet, Truth, he has the index. You've got to take it from him.
We will.
Let me get these doors.
Yay!
Go. It'll be easier to track Truth.
Now drop your first needler, get your carbine out, and 1 to 4 grunts will emerge from here. There are 4 grunts there. Sometimes they'll all step forward, sometimes not. Well, so we have the one. There we go. Now up ahead you have more grunts and 2 brutes. They'll be setting up stationary plasma guns. Tear them up. Usually the last brute standing will berserk. So you want to be quick
Right this way.
to land those needles. Just outside you have 2 honor guards. Pump them as quickly as you can. Down low you have 2 more regular brutes. You have 2 jackals as well. And when the brutes are dead, grunt reinforcements will arrive from the lift on the far side. They'll be toting plasma cannons as well, so take them out quickly. Save yourself a little bit of trouble. And now brute reinforcements will show up. 1 captain, 2 miners. Aww. There we go. The captain, of course, has his brute shot. There is additional carbine ammo up top. Now, whether you're using invisibility or not, instead of taking the lift, jump down to this little pillar right here. Because down below that, there's going to be a jackal sniper. This allows you to get a sort of a one-up on him. You can take him out before he knows you're even there. There are also a couple of shielded jackals that will emerge, along with some grunts. Where are you? Come on. There we go. There's the sniper. We're going to jump down and just run past these guys. Now, most of these strategies I would use whether I was using invisibility or not. So, this still holds true even if you're not using the glitch. Wait for these 3 jackals to go into the door.
They're beefing up their patrol.
Toss a plasma grenade in. Take them all out. Now, in this first room right here, you've got 2 brutes, 2 jackals. Looks like just 1 brute this time. And now reinforcements will show up. Again, 2 brutes and a few grunts. The brutes are obviously your top priority. Whoops, cover. Obviously, they can still shoot at you even when you're invisible. They just tend to miss most of the time. And they do not shoot quite as often. You have quite an advantage here. There's more carbine ammo over here. There we go. On the right-hand side.
Wait a minute. I'm reading Marine
Now 2 jackals will show up on the door. So if you're quick, you can avoid them. But personally, I'd rather just take out the sleeping grunts. Otherwise, you're going to alert them. But if need be, you can go back and take out the 2 jackals if you don't want to have to worry about fire from behind. There will be no additional reinforcements that show up here other than the enemies that are already in the room. So take your time with this. Stupid grunt ultra. Come here. You've got, again, additional carbine ammo in the crate over there on the left-hand
There's
side.
another lift in the next room.
Now, even though you could skip this battle, I don't recommend it because a lot of times when you go down the lift, if you haven't killed these guys, they'll follow you down. And on top of that, they'll alert the brutes that are already down there. You've got quite a bit of ammo in this room. You've got carbine ammo, you've got beam rifle, you've got needlers, you've got everything you need to take out everything in the room. Again, it's composed of just 3 brutes, 2 jackals. Sometimes the 3rd brute doesn't show up through the door. There we go. Use the carbine to deal with the jackals. When you're done, the room is clear. Load up on both needler and carbine ammo. You've got your needler crate over here. Whoop, bottom level. And go down the lift. Now again, this part is also random.
Here, Chief, jump in.
Now the best course of action is obviously to assassinate the brutes. There's 2 of them. However, most of the time when you assassinate one, you'll alert the other. Other times, both brutes will be alerted to your presence as you're coming down the lift. Worst of all, you have no cover. Your best option here, if you're not invisible, is to try to jump down to a lower level after you've killed the first brute. But we're not going to do that. We're going to take them out as quick as we can with the dual needlers. Take out the enemies on the side. You have grunts and jackals on both sides. You've got a carbine crate over here for when you run low on ammo. Reinforcements from the lower levels will start coming up. Just take them all out. Leave nothing standing. Random doors will open at this point and reinforcements will show up. Sometimes it'll be that door, other times it'll be a different door, sometimes even on a different level. Man, he keeps... There we go. Monkey's gone ape. And now Monkey's dead. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I also have the Sputnik skull activated. We'll be using this a little bit more later. It really does come in handy when you're using the brute shot, particularly when you have these bottomless pit areas. You can easily toss enemies into the pit, even if the brute shot directly doesn't kill them. Use the upper levels to take out the enemies on the lower levels, preferably with the carbine. Should have another brute somewhere. Yep, there he is. Oh my gosh, he just super combined a jackal. That does not happen very often. That's right, scream. Now in this first room, you've got 1 brute, 4 grunts. You could use the carbine to take these guys out just as easily. Now you'll notice the carbine on the floor that you can't pick up. Here's what I recommend. The Marine that picks it up, trade it for a brute plasma rifle. And check this out, you've got 120 rounds. You will not get this many rounds of carbine any other time in the game. The Marines are pretty good about holding their own here, particularly if you can get them out of the detention block.
Come to the middle level, Chief.
Now reinforcements are going to show up each time you rescue a group of Marines. Now there's only 2 groups of Marines. Whether or not it tells you to rescue the ones on the bottom floor or the second floor is a bit random again. Now the best option here, of course, is to stay on the bottom level and let the enemies come to you, basically setting up an ambush. Now that brute up there with his brute shot's pretty dangerous. That's why we took him out fairly quickly. If he has a buddy, he's probably berserking right now. We're going to switch to the brute shot at this point. You've got more carbine ammo there if you need it. There is 1 carbine crate on each level. Brute Shot is excellent for taking out jackals and just tossing enemies right off the cliff. See if I can stick this guy this time. I usually miss. Oh, got him. Finish off the jackals with the carbine. This will trigger the Marines to exit their detention block.
That's all of the Marines, Chief. Good work.
Now again, you're going to have 2 waves this time of reinforcements.
Get out of here the same way we came in.
The first wave is already in the room. The second will arrive from the central grab lift. Sometimes they show up dead. I've never really been able to figure this one out. I've heard some people say if you jump to the bottom level early. I've heard a lot of different theories, but none have worked 100% of the time. It just seems to be the luck of the draw. Again, we're going to wait for our enemies to come to us. Okay, here they come. And they're... wow, they're dead. Well, half of them are anyway. Okay. So as they come down the lift, finish them off. Mostly grunts and jackals, and 2 brutes will show up as well. Whoa. And he berserked right off the balcony. Good job, buddy.
The lift is clear. Step on in.
Fill up on carbine and brute shot ammo. And go ahead and ascend the lift. There is another carbine crate once you reach the top. Up here, you'll be dealing with a swarm of drones and a trio of elites. I'm going to go ahead and stick the first elite. They'll be pretty occupied with the drones.
Truth is broadcasting on the move. It'll make it much easier to track.
Oh, sorted drone. Brute shots are also excellent for dealing with drones as well. Now there is another sword in the next room. One of the few Honor Guard Ultras that you'll see laying dead right there. Have as much health as the regular Ultras, obviously, just like the Red Honor Guards. Have as much health as the Elite Majors. So we're going into this room right here. Another swarm of drones will emerge. This is where the Elites and the Brutes are finally going at it with each other. Now you've got a lot of different options here. You can wait for one faction to kill the other, or you can join in the fight. Sometimes you can even skip the area, but I try to keep my Marines alive here as long as I can, because they really do hold their own very well.
I killed one!
Wow, a Marine just killed an Elite. You lucky bastard. Additional drone reinforcements will enter the room. Here they come.
I'm coming! Stay cool!
Plasma rifles are very effective in the hands of your elites, or in the hands of your Marines. Well, they are kind of acting like elites right now. They're just dropping left and right. This room is very much like the previous one. Again, elites and brutes engaging each other. The jackals and drones have sided with the brutes, grunts and hunters with elites. Now, once Truth starts speaking, you know you've cleared out the room pretty effectively. Move forward with the sword and a carbine. There are 2 hunters in this room. Whether you're invisible or not, it's very easy to skip them. And you'll be entering your first outdoor area. There are a few snipers here. And again, the elites and brutes will be fighting each other, so they may be too preoccupied to look at you. Your first sniper's over here. There's also conveniently a beam rifle crate next to him. The other sniper is on the far side of the room, or the outdoor quote-unquote area.
Not to worry, it's pretty sloppy stuff. I guess they never expected a hostile intelligence to penetrate their network from the inside.
Now you can jump up on the sides to maneuver your way around, but particularly I enjoy the in amber-clad cutscene or scripted moment. So I'm going to see if I can sword fly across here using that jackal as my target. My fingers are a little bit sweaty right now, So this might take some time. Let me try this again. Come on. Damn it. Do it. There we go. And killed him on top of that. Poor bastard never saw it coming. Of course, he had plenty of time in that case. Now this room is empty. But you've got additional carbine ammo right there if you need it, but my recommendation at this point is to have a beam rifle and the sword.
Slip space rupture. It's in amber flag.
Nice. It's jumping inside the city. Now there was a jackal sniper hiding over here. Take him out. Now on the right side you've got elites and grunts. On the left or on the right side you've only got one brute. On the left side you have the elites and grunts. The right side is obviously the easier one, so take the right path. There was another sword crate over there across from the brutes and elites. I'm going to opt to take it. While avoiding most of the fighting.
Another enemy.
Yep. Oh. At this point, it doesn't matter which side you take. This next battle is a bit tricky, though. Again, you've got elites and brutes going at it, but you've also got two ranger elites from the opposite side coming over. And they're dual wielders, so they are very difficult to take down. This is about as cheap as it gets, Bungie. The rangers are pretty tough to kill in this game. Now, typically, brute reinforcements show up from the other side, but they look like they might be stuck. So we're going to get ready just in case. And, wow, they're standing on top of each other. Stay close, but no inappropriate touching. This is also a very interesting room. Once again, you're going to be seeing another battle unfold between brutes and elites. More ranger elites. Two that are initially in the room, two that emerge from the doorway. First elite reinforcements will show up, shortly followed by brute reinforcements and jackals. Now, even if you're not cloaked, this isn't bad because you've already got your beam rifle, which is the best weapon to possibly have in this room right now. We're going to let these guys walk by, two jackals and two brutes. See ya. Now this one's empty. Just want to take a little breather here. You got a sword crate right here. Let's go ahead and trade that out. Always trade out for another sword if you can.
And it confirmed our deepest hope. A great journey.
And that is one surreal scene right there. Very beautiful. That Forerunner ship right in the heart of the Covenant City, just towering above everything. Even the music's very ambient here. Halo 2 probably does have the best soundtrack, at least in my opinion, in the series. Pick up a new beam rifle. Again, it's fairly quiet over here. Now for this next outdoor area coming up, first we're going to sword fly to it. Ah, first time this time. Well, technically second. So for the outdoor area, we're going to use Sputnik here to grenade jump up top. You don't need Sputnik necessarily, but it gives you a lot more room for error. This allows you to skip the outdoor area, again composed of jackal snipers and brutes and elites fighting each other. Now a bunch of special ops grunts and elites will emerge from this doorway. Some of them wield swords. The grunts wield fuel rod guns. Again, avoid them if you can. There's one lone elite near. We're gonna sneak up on him. Another sword crate. You've got a carbine crate if you want it. If you're running low on ammo. Grab a fresh sword. Now this next room can be a little bit tough. Again, it's brutes and elites fighting each other. Initially, it's just elites and grunts in here. The brutes and jackals will emerge from the far door. My recommendation is to jump up here to the second level, take out this guy, and allow the brutes and jackals to enter so they can engage the elites. Otherwise, if you just simply run through the door, they'll follow you. And it's a lot easier to kill the brutes than it is the elites. Scatterbrain, more like it.
If we're going to catch truth, we'll need to take a shortcut straight through the mausoleum. Look on the bright side.
Now again, quite oftentimes if you leave anything to live in this previous room, it will come back to haunt you. Now the path to the mausoleum is quite the crowded one. You've got drones, you've got brutes, you've got elites, you've got jackal snipers. And reinforcements will show up on the other side composed of more elites and hunters. Now the beam rifle is the most effective weapon to use against the drones here. Now obviously if you're invisible you could simply run by, but I'm trying to give this from both perspectives. There we go. Looking for more beam rifle ammo. It's good to start out with the beam rifle for the mausoleum and then eventually trade it for the fuel rod gun. This is going to be quite a fight ahead. Avoid the hunters. Now right off the bat you've got brutes and elites fighting each other. They've got everything from swords to fuel rod guns. Most of these guys are ultras. It takes 2 grenades, by the way, to kill an ultra. Oh, the bastard ran. But at least he has a sword out. Drones will join in the fight to help out the brutes. Hunters will join in to help out the elites. My recommendation is to let the brutes kill the hunters, because it's a lot easier to kill the brutes than it is the hunters. Pick up this guy's fuel rod gun. I think this is one of the few times in the game that I actually get to use this thing. So we're going to help out the brutes a little bit by eliminating the hunters. 3 of them. For the first time, they're not in bonded pairs. It's a bonded trio. Didn't realize the Covenant were into that sort of thing. And so once the brutes finish off the hunters, finish off the brutes. I hear that. There's the berserker. 2 direct hits with the fuel rod will take care of it.
More transponders. It's the commander and Johnson.
Now, just beyond this door is a plague of elites. One of them being the only counselor honor card for the entire game. You'll have special ops elites. You'll have ultras. Weaken these guys just a little bit. Actually, I'd highly recommend using the beam rifle and killing them from across the room. It's a lot easier to do that. And I'm going to use that Honor Guard Counselor's Sword to kill this last guy over here. Come here. Don't run. And there should be one special ops guy left. Where is he? Oh, he's hiding. Probably a smart move. And that is Gravemind on Legendary. Again, I will be posting another video without the invisibility, but this is the way I recommend doing it. So before you thumbs down, if this is a guide and it's meant to be as easy as it possibly can be. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Look forward to the next Gravemind video without the invisibility glitch. Check out my channel for new videos every week. And as always, I am the Tyrant, signing off.
The hopes of all the Covenant rest on your shoulders, Chieftain.
My faith is strong. I will not fail.
Let him be. The great journey waits for no one, brother. Not even you.